If you are on a budget and you're looking for a monitor to build your studio, either for live streaming or recording content, today I'm gonna be talking about one of the best monitor that personally I have actually been using for over 2 years now. And I love this monitor. One, it works. Two, actually doesn't cost a lot of money. Now, it's actually not even one monitors. I have 3 monitors, all from Sceptre, which is gonna be the brand that we're gonna be talking about. And I'm gonna show you all the monitors that I have. But I have one that I will actually recommend to most people. Why? Because one, of the size. The size is kind of perfect for me and for most people. It's a 24-inch monitor and it's full HD. It's not 4K, okay? But I also have the 27-inch. I'm gonna be talking about that one as well. But the one that I'm gonna be focusing on again is gonna be the 24-inch because I love it. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you why you should check it out, especially if you're trying to build a home studio or just a studio for live streaming and content. So let's not take much time. Let's get right into it. What is going on, guys? My name is Sam. You're watching live production tips and tools helping you master live streaming. So when it comes to building a home studio or an office for creating content or live streaming, actually there's so many things that need to be covered. But today I'm going to be focusing on monitors. Now I have this monitor that I got from Sceptre. It's called the Sceptre E245W. Okay, again, Sceptre has a lot of monitors. By the way, before I even go further, if you're looking for a budget and yet cool looking, sleek, for any budget, okay, you want to make sure you check out Sceptre. Sceptre did not sponsor this video. However, back in the day, years ago, I believe 2 years ago, they sent me 3 monitors. I was doing Amazon Live. I was streaming on Amazon, so they sent me the monitors to review them on Amazon. And part of the deal actually was like, if you like the monitors, you can review them on YouTube if you want, on YouTube channel. And so full disclosure, they sent them to me 2 years ago, guys. I never to make a video because I wanted to make sure I actually tested them and I liked them. They didn't put pressure on me. That's the one thing that I like, because sometimes companies send you stuff and they put pressure on you to make a video. They want you to make a video after 30 days or whatever. But these guys never put pressure on me until now, after 2 years that I've actually been able to build my home studio using all the monitors that I have, except the one that I have in the back. That's my main monitor that I used to use for editing videos and stuff like that. But these 3 monitors, I'm actually gonna switch. So these 3 monitors that you guys looking at, they are actually all made by Sceptre. Okay, so this is the 27-inch, the middle one, which is the one that I like. I'm gonna be talking about that one mostly. This is the 24-inch. I just feel like it's the perfect size for most people. The 27 could be a little bigger, but in terms of quality, the 27 and 24, I believe they're almost, I think the quality is the same. And then we have this one that I have mounted vertically. This one is not that wow, okay? It's good, but I have few problems with it. I'm gonna tell you about it, and that's pretty much it. So let's actually, if you're looking for the 27-inch, if you need a bigger monitor, then you want to go with that, because the 27, again, let's go check out the Amazon listing for all the monitors. As you can see, they are listed on the same page. So if you go to this right now, they're actually $100. Sometimes they go on sale. So again, this is a 1080p monitor. It's got 75 hertz of refresh rate. So if you're a gamer, probably this is not gonna be the best monitor for gaming, okay? However, we still did some gaming and it worked no problem. It's just like if you need higher refresh rates, probably not the best. But for live streaming and creating content, editing videos and everything, the monitor is perfect. All right, so we got the 24-inch, which is the one that I have here. And then we got the 27-inch, which is the bigger one that I got as well, okay? So now, when you open it, you're gonna see when you receive it, it's gonna come in this sleek kind of looking box, okay, with all the information. But one thing, of course, you open it, you're gonna see it's gonna come with a detachable stand, which is awesome. So you can detach the stand if you wanna mount it like what I did on other monitor mounts, okay? You can do that. So you can simply detach the stand and be able to mount it, no problem. It also has dual HDMI, so you can get 2 HDMI, so in case you want to connect 2 PCs or 2 computers into the monitors and switch back and forth, You have two HDMI inputs. You have VGA if you need VGA. I don't know if people are still using VGA, but if you need it, it's still there. You have audio in and audio out. So if you need to connect, let's say, some speakers directly to the monitor, they also have like some built-in speakers as well. And you got these buttons on the back for controlling the monitor, accessing the menu and everything. Okay, now the monitor itself, what I like about it is super thin. Okay, it's very thin, and it also really lightweight. Okay, especially if you are building home studio. Sometimes you have a disc like what I have, and you're gonna have a lot of stuff on it, right? So you got your monitors, you got your switchers, you got your microphones, you got your interfaces. Like personally, I have like the Rodecaster Duo, so like you may have a lot of stuff, and depending on the disc that you're using, it may get a little heavy. So having lightweight monitors is actually really something that you should think about. And these monitors is super lightweight, and that's why I actually love this monitor from Sceptre. Now let's talk about the quality, the actual quality of the monitor. So to tell the truth, of course, it's made of plastics. The monitor is not gonna be like made by metal or anything. Okay, but however, I mean, that's how a monitor is supposed to be. So the monitor is super sturdy. Again, I've been using them for 3 years, and Sceptre never pressured me to make any video. But today, if you were building a studio, again, I would recommend it 100%. So now when it comes to calibrating the monitor and stuff like that, again, if you're a videographer, probably not the best monitor for like editing high-end films and stuff like that. But if you're just doing like YouTube videos and editing pictures here and there, time to time, the monitor does a good job. You're not gonna have any issues. And for live streaming, again, the monitor it's really good. Now, another thing that I like about it, the 24, especially the fact that it's actually 24-inch, is the fact that it's not big. Now, if you look at my studio, because I want to have a camera on the top of it, and it helps me, first of all, because I can detach the stand, so I can mount it on something else, and then that helps me to lower the monitor a little bit, and I can have the camera on the top of it, and the camera is gonna be at my eye level, so that helps me to kind of have an eye contact directly into my camera. Of course, if you're using a teleprompter, that's gonna be super helpful, like what I do. And I actually do recommend you actually use a teleprompter, not just for reading your scripts. I don't read scripts. I use bullet points, and most of the time I actually don't even use that for reading. I use my teleprompter to just be able to give an eye contact to my camera, which is actually an eye contact to you guys watching right now. So this monitor, because it's not too big, but also it's not too small. Personally, I do tutorials, so I want something that's actually big, but not too big. The size is actually perfect for me. So when it comes to colors and stuff like that, contrast and everything, again, you can go ahead and tweak the menu, but just the way it comes out of the box. Okay, I'm not gonna be super scientific or anything. The colors are just good. You can see I did some testing back in my old studio where I used to be, just playing some image on screen, and the colors look good. If you want to do occasionally, you want to do some gaming and everything, man, again, it's 75 hertz, but it looks really good. Now, when it comes to Sceptre, again, Sceptre is not sponsoring this video, by the way, but again, they sent me the monitors back in the day. But I wanted to show you guys, if you probably not happy with the size, or you want to have more choices. Again, if you go to Amazon, you can see that it has like almost 10,000 ratings. Okay, but also you can go to Sceptre store. Usually that's what I do. Okay, basically Sceptre is known for having the best monitors on budget. Okay, again, I'm not gonna say they are the best, but on budget, for budget, I think personally they have the best monitors. Okay, for any size, for any kind, either for gaming, editing videos, whatever you're looking for, you're gonna find a perfect monitor from Sceptre. So you can go to their store, okay, and then you can actually browse. You can go to gaming. You can see some of the monitors they have if you're looking for a curved monitor and stuff like that. And as you can see, if you're looking for 4K monitor, as you can see, their pricing really is not bad. Look at this, like 149. Look at this monitor, really good, like 236. Look at this curved monitor, 27-inch curve for 229. Like they have some good stuff. Look at this one. It's like 35 ultra wide curved for 569. They even have like some for like 229, like a 30-inch curve 1080 monitor for 229. So if you were looking for like a custom curve monitor, maybe that's not this one. I actually wanted you guys to check out Sceptre. Again, they're not sponsoring me, but I've been using few of their monitors and I really love them and I recommend them. I don't know how to recommend this brand really. Like these are people just making good stuff and yet affordable. And again, the quality, personally been testing and using their monitors. Of course, there's some other brands that you actually gonna get good monitors, but most of those brands probably gonna be asking you to pay a little more. Okay, so if you're on a budget, man, you wanna check out Sceptre for sure. So again, as I promised you guys, I don't really have that much to say about that. It's my first time reviewing a monitor actually. So all I can say, guys, two things: one, affordable; two, good quality; and bonus, I just love it. It does the job. Okay, that's it, man. So you want to make sure you check it out. Now, I promised you I was gonna tell you about the vertical monitor as well. The vertical monitor that I use, the only problem again is 24-inch. So if you need something low profile, it's gonna be perfect. But second, if you need to have a vertical monitor, this is gonna be perfect because the bezel is kind of it's kind of the same. The edges are all the same. While for the others, the 24 and 27, they have different. The bezel is not like you have this Sceptre logo, and then on the other sides is the bezel is actually on the bottom is a little thicker. So if you want to do vertical, it's gonna look a little weird, okay? But other than that, that's why if you want to have like a vertical monitor, that's gonna be probably the 22-inch. Or if you need something like low profile, maybe you want to have some other stuff on the top like a teleprompter or a camera, and you want to make sure you have that eye contact, you can use that 24-inch for sure. Or if you want to use, you have like a teleprompter that is actually super huge and you want to use that monitor, again, it's a little heavier. You probably want to look for some other monitors that are not that heavy, but maybe it could be something to consider if you were looking for maybe if you had a teleprompter that can support a 22-inch monitor. But other than that, the only problem that I had with the monitor is actually everything else is good, is the fact that I feel like it's too bright. I tried to reduce the brightness and everything, but every time I'm watching something on it, it's like the picture is overexposed. I don't know why. I tried to play with the menu and everything. Maybe I'm gonna keep tweaking it, but out of the box, you're going to notice that. But other than that, all the monitors are super bright for sure, but you can see that you don't lose details. But on the 22-inch, it's just like I lose details. It just looks a little weird. So I wouldn't recommend it if you want something super accurate. Again, everything is on budget, and that's the little tiny thing that I don't like about that one. However, I believe if you play, I'm just a little lazy, you can play with the menu and everything, maybe try to balance it, and it's probably gonna work out. Okay, that's my only concern with that monitor. Again, I still use it. You can see on my setup, and I love it. So now, why do I use a vertical or portrait monitor in my studio? Is it because I want to be fancy? I'm gonna give you some reasons why you probably need to have two monitors, and one of them, or more than two monitors, and one of them should be a portrait monitor in my next video. And when the video is done, I'm gonna link it right here, so make sure to check it out, and I'll see you there, guys. Take care.